The 2025 Land Use and Development Ordinance update is focused on housing. There are three main categories for proposed revisions, including clear and objective standards, accessory dwelling units in residential zones, and miscellaneous items including provisions for single-wide mobile homes. The first category is based on changes to state law that require non-resource zones, so all non-farm forest zones, to have clear and objective criteria for permitting residential development. Clear and objective means that housing development must be evaluated with criteria that require little to no discretion. While this will not have an impact on all zones, in some zones where residential development has required a conditional use permit review process, the process will be simpler. This will likely mean a quicker and less expensive review process for all new houses in non-farm and forest zones. In many zones, including overlay zones, there will be some new language but little impact on the review process. The second category of revisions relates to laws passed that allow for accessory dwelling units in the rural residential designated and zoned lands. Wasco County had in-depth conversations with the public about this possibility during Wasco County 2040, the Comprehensive Plan update. The public was by and large in support of new opportunities for housing development. State law has many requirements to qualify for an accessory dwelling unit, including the property must be larger than 2 acres, must be authorized for additional capacity with septic and water, will have to follow new home hardening and defensible space standards, is limited to 900 square feet, and must be within 100 feet of the primary dwelling. The zones eligible for this provision include RR2, RR5, RR10, TVRR, WOM R2, and WOM R5. The final category of revisions include removing prohibitions on single-wide mobile homes. This matter had broad support during Wasco County 2040, but citizens wanted to see some specific standards for manufacture date and roof pitch for single-wide mobile homes. Staff have developed 2 alternatives for both these criteria that need public input. There will be some additional revisions like modifying or adding definitions to Chapter 1, changing some of the supplementary standards, and clarifying temporary uses consistent with state law updates. Drafts will be available between October and January for public input. Staff will then host several public meetings to solicit additional public input ahead of public hearings beginning in March of 2025. You can review the drafts online, ask questions, or submit comments on the digital drafts, our website, via email or mail. Thank you for your engagement with the LUDO update.